Won by the Washington Wizards. John Wall goes to work. There it is, John Wall. Good start. He's made his first shot. If you blink, you may miss the fastest man in the NBA.
Man, John Wall is like a blur. When I see him, it reminds me of players I used to guard in the past. Stephon Marbury, Allen Iverson. He is that fast with or without the basketball.
Inside, he scores.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
The screen sets him up for two.
Every once in a while, a player comes into the league without a lot of hype, but starts showing and, more importantly, proving himself every single night. Spider Mitchell is one of those type of generational players, and what's crazy to even think that a year ago, he almost decided to skip the NBA draft to becoming not one of the best players on his team, but one of the greatest players in the league itself. And how about this for a fact that will throw your mind? He finished his rookie season with a far better PER, that's a player efficiency rating, than other rookies, these rookies when they come into the league. That's John Stockton and Karl Malone. That says something.
There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want. In watching John Wall, for him to be successful, you get the sense that he needs the ball in his hands most times.
He does, Ed, and there's a new age in the NBA. It's called team basketball. You equate a guard's success to how his team does. And when they're all sharing the sugar, it makes the team that much better and more efficient. For a guard who's trying to break into the elite of the elite, he will not do so until he relinquishes some of that control and he gets other players involved.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Lets it fly from long range, buries the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Cashes in for two.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
It's Wall. There it is, John Wall. That's now 4. He hasn't missed. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
It's Washington with the basketball. And look out. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Joe Ingles to Rubio. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here's Rubio into the front court. It's a one-point game, 13-12. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There was so much debate going on about who was the best gem in the 2017 NBA draft. Was that Jason Tatum? But a lot of people think it's Donovan Mitchell. I have to agree. What a great find by Dennis Lindsey, the GM for the Jazz. At 13 overall, he wound up leading all rookies in scoring, averaging 20.5 points per game.
Mitchell with the basketball. His team up by 1. Rubio can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Gobert. Wizards come up with it. Porter Emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Wall to Beal. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Wizards grab the rebound. Wall with it up top. Leads just a point. And Bradley Beal knocks down a wide-open 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Joe Ingles. They get it down to Gobert. That's denied.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in.
Levine.
Number 21.
24-second violation. Here's Wall for 2. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. To Levine. And count the basket.
You know, when I think about Zach LaVine, I almost think about a high-priced sports car that is stuck in third gear. Now, the things he can do in third gear is off the charts. I'd rather have that problem than not have it. But it always leaves you wondering, when if we got this car to fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth gear? Now that could be something.
To Rubio. Not that time. Washington basketball. John Wall goes to work. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
To Wall. Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Here's Rubio up top. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. And he missed the free throw. Wizards with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Tony Bradley sends it away. That's his first of the game.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beal. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Beal. It's Wall. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
The shot rejected. Dwight Howard.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Here's Wall for two. Won't go. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Oh, I had him going there for a second. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Zach LaVine at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Desperation shot here from half court, and it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. Tied up as we start the second. Mitchell with it up top. He'll run the offense. Jay, we talked about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Nothing going here on that drive. Rudy Gobert. 2 of 4 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Wizards at the controls. Wall. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Here comes the screen. LaVine to Gobert. Off the assist.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Wall. Passed it off. He throws it down.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
To Gobert. Now a steal by Washington.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Flushes it home.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell was that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Howard. To Wall. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for the Washington Wizards, number 21.
Oubre. Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
Fires the 3, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Allen. Has a look. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
To Kelly Oubre. Wall. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Rudy Gobert returns last year. The Jazz go on their run. Jay, how reliant is Utah on the Frenchman?
I would say pretty heavily, considering he's the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and his footwork on the perimeter to guard pick and pops, especially in the West where people are playing small ball, is imperative for this team. This team has to win it on the defensive end. That is the mentality of the Utah Jazz. Old school, like the old days with Byron Russell and John Stockton. That's the way they'll win games.
Wizards have it. Wall. To Allen. From long range. Not done yet. Working it outside. Grayson Allen to Zach LaVine. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Into the front court comes Wall. Down 5. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, Utah.
To Allen. 4-3. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Screen coming. Austin Rivers. That is great vision to set it up.
2 points. The assist from number 1, Austin Rivers.
To Allen. For 3, Grayson Allen. You know he loves a challenge.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
Hey, switch that down. Straight, on your right.
Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Rivers with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
To Allen.
Left.
Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense. It's Washington with the basketball. Porter. To Rivers. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor.
Come on, work to that screen. You see it?
5 seconds to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Grayson Allen. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Austin Rivers. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Grayson Allen. Shot from the lane won't go. Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. Jay, 48 wins for Utah last year. Good for 5th in the West. What's the forecast now?
I know Jazz fans may hate me on this one, but they'll be 5th or worse. And the reason why I'm saying this is that every team above them has 2 superstars or more. Think about Houston, CP3, James Harden, Golden State, okay? They have 5 All-Stars on their team. Portland, Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum. Also OKC, Paul George, and you think about Russell Westbrook. Who is going to be that second superstar to go along with Donovan Mitchell is a big-time question for Quinn Snyder.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for Washington, number 2, John Wall.
Wall to Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That pass stolen by the Wizards. Washington basketball. Wall to Porter. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Screen coming. Fires the 3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Inside, he scores.
Ooh, don't see the read, be the read.
First half comes to an end. The Jazz out in front. Basketballs, we start the 4th. We've got a 1-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
It's Jazz ball. Rubio to Joe Ingles. It's turned away. Bradley Beal with the stuff. Rivers with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. 4-3. And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Down the lane to lay it in.
Bradley Beal, a first-time All-Star last year, averaging just under 23 points per game. Glad to know everybody eats.
To Joe Ingles. Screen coming. Joe Ingles. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Rivers. From the outside, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Jazz have the ball to Joe Ingles. For 3. Offensive rebound. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Rubio. Has a chance. Rubio can't get that one to fall. And he's going to the free throw line.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Tony Bradley at the line. Knocks down the first.
Substitutions, Washington. Stepping in for Utah, number
2 for 2 on that trip. Rivers into the front court. His guys trailing it.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. From the painted area, won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Austin Rivers to Kelly Oubre. Five to shoot for Washington. Has a look. No good.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Wizards at the controls. Wall. To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Picked up by the Wizards. Howard to Porter. Not that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
14-year NBA veteran Dwight Howard didn't become the player we all hoped he would become, but still a very serviceable big in this league. Actually, 5th in the NBA in terms of offensive rebounding last year.
It's Howard, the rebound. Into the front court, it's Wall. The deficit is 6. With the flush, taking on all comers.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Beyond the arc for 3. Wizards have it. Oh, can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
For Utah, number 27, Rudy Gobert.
Porter. Jazz pick it up. Rubio into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Ricky Rubio. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
To Wall. Here's Rubio into the front court. Up by 6. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. A lot of contact, shots no good, and no foul.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here comes the screen. John Wall goes to work, not going down for him this time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Rubio. Now a steal by Washington.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Offensive board. Oh, and a putback.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's a highlight waiting to happen.
Utah ball. Rubio. Well, they forced Rubio to beat them, and he does. The Spaniard knocks it down.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Porter to Wall. Beal won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Beal to Wall. Scores from the post. Utah with the possession. Rubio. Taken down by Howard. Wall across the timeline. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Efe Udoh rejects it. Second block in this quarter.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Beal. To Wall. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Beal. To Wall. It's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Intentional foul. He meant it.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
It's the Jazz who come away with the victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.